Well, good morning, everybody. Thanks for joining us today. This morning, we're going to quickly go through what a mixed fleet is, kind of how we define, how TeMeDa defines a mixed fleet, what the value is for a mixed fleet in TeMeDa, what makes us special, and then give a couple of examples of customers using TeMeDa to monitor their mixed fleet. So what is a mixed fleet? So TeMeDa, you know, there's a kind of a couple examples of what a mixed fleet is. A mixed fleet means a couple of different things to different customers. So in today's complex industrial fleet, those fleets consist of many types of assets, both powered, non-powered, and occasionally powered, from a wide range of manufacturers and then a wide range of makes and a lot of different classes of vehicles. So if you think about a construction company or a heavy equipment rental company, those kind of organizations fit very nicely into TeMeDa's value proposition. And that is because they've got a wide range of manufacturer equipment they've got. They've got things like Caterpillars, they've got bulldozers, they've got maybe Deere backhoes, they've got Bobcats, but they've also got F-150s, they've got F-350s, they've got Silverados, they've got maybe some Freightliner dump trucks, some Mack trucks that are Class 7 or Class 8 that are delivering various kinds of assets to job sites, as well as containers, gensets, light towers. So the TeMeDa solution is able to use a single piece of equipment, a single telematics device, to plug into kind of all these different assets that you see on the screen. So with TeMeDa, the customer is able to use that single unit, plug into a wide variety of assets through a wide variety of CAN bus. So the CAN bus would be the OBD2 of the light-duty vehicle. It would be the J1939 or J1708 from a larger vehicle or a larger asset like a bulldozer or an earth mover. And we can also tie directly into the AEMP data coming off of those assets. So what that means for a customer is that if a customer has a fairly new Komatsu or Caterpillar or John Deere piece of equipment, those devices now come with their own OEM telematics device. So Deere's got JD Link, Cat's got Vision Link, and Komatsu has Comtrax. So if a customer wants to pull all of their equipment, all of their assets into a single user-definable view, we can bring all that data in. And if the newer assets do have Comtrax or Vision Link, we can pull that data in as well without having to add another telematics device to it. In addition, as the new regulations come about for ELD and e-logs and hours of service, many of these customers now are kind of forced to be into the e-log realm, which they haven't in the past. And so inside a construction company, for example, they might have 400 pieces of equipment or 400 assets. Of that asset type, they might have 4 trucks now that have to have e-logs. So we're there to help them bring in those e-logs so they can keep TeMeDa as a single interface for that entire fleet that they've got out there, regardless of make, regardless of model, regardless of class of vehicle. Let me attempt to move over. So I'm going to just give a couple of quick examples of customers that are using TeMeDa, how they're using it. If there are any questions, please chime right in, and let's hope I don't screw this up. 1 second. All right, so hopefully we're all currently looking at one of our customers' heavy equipment services. So heavy equipment services is not too far from the corporate office up there at the global HQ of TeMeDa in kind of western Illinois. So if you can see on my screen, On the right-hand side, they're a pretty diverse construction company with a wide variety of assets. So just what has popped up here on the first 5 assets, they've got an American, they've got a link belt, and they've got a coring crane. So with TeMeDa, they're able to pull in all these different asset types. So as I scroll through here, we've got different kinds of earth movers. We've got some excavators. You see this guy's we have a cat here, and pulling all that into this single site to let them better manage that fleet and better utilize the equipment that they have on site. So the big ways that customers use TeMeDa to really manage that mixed fleet is, I think most folks understand the accordion. There's a fairly new piece of technology we've added to the application late last year called the grid. The grid is this piece right here. The grid operates roughly like Microsoft Excel. So the grid will allow customers to sort through different makes, different models if they want to see engine hours, where they are, what job sites. They can sort and filter throughout this piece of software, and then export that data directly into Excel. So we've designed this to take away the need to run a report and then export that report to Excel and kind of expunge the data that they need. So just a way to kind of speed it up, let customers see exactly what the fleet's doing in real time. So you'll see this customer here, they have 4 alerts that just pop up on the first screen. They also use TeMeDa to keep a very, very quick track of what the entire fleet is doing and what that fleet health is. They use the gut a lot for that. The gut is this little tray here at the bottom. So they can see all the alerts within the fleet, if there are units that are active, how many are running, how many are moving, how many are stopped. So that's going to be they're running but not moving around. If there are any maintenance coming up, and if there are maintenance overdue. So regardless of fleet size, regardless of asset type, any alerts or maintenance that customer has set is all showing in here. They also use TeMeDa to pull in various maintenance information. Let me make sure, I don't know how intricate Helm uses maintenance, but let me see. They use it pretty well. So of their fleet, they've got 6 assets that are overdue, 7 are not due. It looks like they're just starting to kind of get going with maintenance because their fleet size is about 300 assets. And it looks like they have 13 set up on maintenance. And so the way maintenance kind of works, they bring all that data in. We're able to use OEM manufacturer information or information that's been kind of designed by the company of how they best maintain those assets. Those are then scheduled into a maintenance plan. So you'll see here, they've set up a plan for refueling of the assets. And of those, they have 4 different types they're keeping track of what that asset's fuel level is and making sure it doesn't run out of fuel on the job site. I don't believe Helm is using hours of service yet, but if they were to use that, they could set hours of service up on that small portion of their subfleet to make sure they're getting everything they need within this one piece of software without having to use Caterpillar, John Deere, VisionLink, somebody else for light duty, somebody for heavy duty, and somebody else for E-log.